Hey, how's it going? It's T Creighton, and I'm here today to continue talking about being in a dark place. I hope you watched my last video where I talked about my experience of being in a dark place and 3 ways to know you're in a dark place. The first thing I want to talk today about is when I talk about being in a dark place, what do I mean? Basically, I'm talking about your soul not being well. And so I don't know if I do know I haven't talked really much on this, but what I believe is that we're spirit beings and we have a soul that contains our mind, our will, and our emotions, and that we live in a physical body. Um, Let me start off with our spirit. I believe that being as spirit beings, your spirit is whole, complete, it lacks nothing. And that, when our physical bodies are gone, your spirit is going back to the great spirit, God. That's my plain and simple truth. And next thing is that you have a soul, and your soul contains your mind, your will, and your emotions. And a lot of times your mind, your will, and emotions are storehouses of past experience that you had in your life from childhood up on up, and subconsciously it stores things that are blocking your spirit from flowing out of you into the physical world. And so basically what I like to do is what I call inner work or healing, working on your soul. um, because we to function properly in this world, to live victorious, I believe that you should be, as a physical being, everyday being, in touch with your spirit being and creating the life or living the purpose or your destiny here on earth. But you have to be in touch with your spirit being to live out that life of purpose. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to touch on that today. And the other thing is that, so yeah, I talked about knowing when you're in a dark place, but I also wanted to start to begin to talk about a couple of things that you can start to get yourself out of the dark place. The first thing is setting aside time every day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it's all good. But you need to set a time every day to just sit with yourself, have nothing going on, and just sit there and write out, I don't know, to begin with, if you don't spend time with yourself every day and what I call quiet time every day, you need to get started, you should write out a thankful list, a gratitude list, and start your time off your 5 minutes that time, your 5 minutes that way, with just finding maybe 10 things that you can write out that you're grateful for, that happened in the past, that's happening now, or that you would like to happen in the future. But it's important that you sit every day with yourself 5 minutes, and you sit there, you think about things to be thankful for. Find something inspirational to read, some inspiring stories, read your Bible. But 5 minutes, 5 minutes is really just a start for you to start pouring into yourself and getting in touch with your spirit being so that you can live that powerful life that I'm talking about. Second thing is meditation. I'm a big meditator. I believe that meditation is what changed my life. That was like a big missing component. I used to study my word, going to church all the time, doing, making a time for God in the morning. And I still was struggling. And it wasn't until God spoke to me about meditating, be still and know that I am God. What does that mean? What does that mean? And I had to go learn that. And I learned to meditate. And the first thing I remember feeling in my spirit is, what you think you know, you don't know. And it's so true. In my quiet time with God, I was praying and I was talking at God, but I wasn't really listening to God. Yeah, I would read my Bible and think God was talking to me in my Bible. But for myself, and everybody's different, God talks differently. So when I learned to meditate, I could feel God speaking to me, like just this energy, this emotion, and then he would bring things to me, and I was like, oh, okay, confirming that that was God speaking to me and what I needed to do to change my life. So I'm big on meditation. I'm big on, you setting aside your 5 minutes to have quiet time, gratitude time with God, and having some inspirational read, but also put aside 5 minutes, another 5 minutes just to meditate, sit and be still, be quiet. I plan on doing a how to meditate video real soon, and also I will go in more depth because I know there's a lot of people out there. They are like, ooh, meditation. There's all these bad things that come along when you hear meditation, and lack of knowledge is what will keep you stuck in your box. Me knowing that I belong to God, and nothing can touch me. So unless I allow it to touch me. So, that's how I move forward with meditation, but I'll go more into depth about that. But I just wanted to, for those of you who are struggling in life and you're not well in your soul, you need to really start meditating 5 minutes a day. And there's so many videos, there's so many readings you can do on meditation, and I will definitely do one myself. And lastly, the third thing that you can do is love yourself. When I started on my journey, God had me I started reading this book, and it was called, I think, something like Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And she talks about, using affirmations to heal your life, to heal things that you're going through, like whatever you're going through physically in your body or going on in your life. It's really something that comes from a thought, which traces back to your soul. And she, talks about using affirmations, positive affirmations, to change that thought that's causing that physical symptom. And that's basically really getting to the root of things. But the first thing that I want you to start doing with yourself is looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you. Yeah, look yourself in the mirror, look in your eyes, tell yourself I love you every day for 5 days straight. Tell me, how does that make you feel? For me, I'm like, oh, I always tell myself I love you. But when I started really looking myself deep into my eyes and telling myself, it brought out something different in me. I learned to love me, all parts of me, the good and the bad of me. And then I talked to other people about it, and it seems that some people even have a problem with saying that they love themselves. So in order to go on this journey of changing and living a powerful life, you need to love you. And a lot of times we're out there loving everybody but ourselves. So those are the 3 things that I would like for you to try: is 5 minutes of gratitude, some inspirational reading, quiet time. Be consistent with it. Don't be sporadic. You think of it, you're creating a relationship with your spirit. And you, just like when you go on a date, it's time and you're spending with that person or your family, and you put time aside. Make a date with your spirit every day to sit with it and grow, so that you guys can grow a relationship together, and start working on your purposeful life. And secondly is the meditation. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. To meditate for 5 minutes. Like I said, I will come back to another video about all the misconceptions that come along with meditation, why you should meditate, and how to meditate. And the third thing is, for the next 5 days, look yourself in the mirror and look yourself really in the mirror, in the eyes, and say, I love you. And that's about it today. I just wanted to follow through after the last video I made, because it's like I talk about a problem, but I don't want to just give you a problem, show you a problem. I want to give you the solution to the problem. So if you have any questions or anything about meditation that you would like for me to talk to or talk to you about, explain in my meditation video, write me a comment. I'm on Facebook, T Creighton, or under this video, write me some comments so that I can get into a better explanation and help you live the powerful life that you're supposed to live. And also let me know how looking in the mirror, how that I love you work. When you tell yourself I love you, how's that working out for you? Can you do it? How does it make you feel? Talk to me. I'm looking for some conversation. Love you guys.